Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be talking about traffic diversity, and I'm going to be talking about the importance of it, and also I'm going to be tearing up all the traffic that you should be looking at doing. So let's get into this. One thing that I will say is that there's going to be a lot of these traffic sources that I'm going to be talking about that are dependent on the type of your website. So for example, right, if we're talking about Twitch, Twitch is really good if, say for example, you're going to be doing gaming, because it's very much gaming related, the actual platform. There's a lot more gamers than actual like live streamers that are doing live vlogs, for example. So for example, if you were looking to do a gaming website, I would definitely put this in like A or A plus, because it's super important. Whereas if, say for example, you are a law firm, it might not be that much dependent. Like for example, you might want to do Facebook ads to try and get people on, or you might want to do SEO, right? So I'm going to be talking about general, but I will also give examples as to how and when I would use certain platforms, right? So for example, SEO, you can use SEO for a lot of different niches and categories of websites, whether you are a local plumber or whether you are trying to sell affiliate, or sorry, if you're trying to sell running shoes and you're an affiliate website, you can definitely get that off the ground with SEO. Now, obviously the cons of SEO is you do have Google updates that might hit your website. If you don't know what you're doing, it can get expensive because you might not be able to essentially track everything correctly, or you might be spending your money in the wrong areas. So just bear that in mind with SEO. All of these platforms do have their flaws, right? So one thing I will do is I will put Twitch down in the D category, only because it's very niche dependent. If, say for example, you are a local plumber, it's going to be hard to get people to engage with that, right? Same goes with Discord. So Discord, for example, it's kind of like a Slack channel or a group that you can invite people into. Now, that's not to say that I would never use Discord. I would use it in certain cases. For example, if I was to build out a SEO community and people are basically paying a subscription to be in that community, I would definitely do it on Discord. However, again, if I'm a plumber, it's going to be hard to get people as a customer from Discord, right? So very, very dependent on that. Same goes with, I believe this is Mighty Network. This is like a course platform. So again, if I was to start selling a course, for example, I would definitely look to use that. However, if I am a local barber, it's going to be a little bit hard. However, if I'm selling a barber course, it would be very good. Let's just take a look at some other ones. SoundCloud, again. I think that SoundCloud, Spotify would be in the C class. And just hear me out on this, because it's not always just musicians that can use SoundCloud and Spotify. You can definitely upload your podcast to those platforms. So, for example, you take a look at Joe Rogan. He gets millions of views on Spotify. So you can definitely use those a lot more than just the Discords and the Twitches of the world, right? Let's take a look at Gmail. So I'm going to consider this as building your own mailing list. And I think that this is by far the most important one out of the entire list. And the reason for that is, let me draw it out. So if, say for example, we have got a YouTube, Let's say we also are doing SEO. Let's say we are also doing Facebook ads or just Facebook. We are also doing Twitter. And we are also doing TikTok, right? So these are like the main social platforms. You might also include IG as well, so Instagram. Now, the good thing is about all of these, right, is they can essentially feed in to your mailing list. Now, let's say, for example, for whatever reason, YouTube decided to shut you down, Google decided to shut you down, Facebook decided to shut you down, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Let's say every single one of them had a massive falling out with you, and they're like, nope, you cannot upload to our platform, goodbye. You still have that mailing list. You can still send out emails to everybody in your mailing list. You can get them to, let's say, subscribe to your new channel or follow you on Twitter, TikTok, whatever. If you, for example, we didn't even speak about Pinterest, but let's say you didn't even get banned on all of these and you decide to set up Pinterest, you could always send out an email saying, hey, follow me on Pinterest. I'm active on there now. And then the brilliant thing is obviously you've got tools such as like MailingChimp. You have like Klaviyo, I believe that's the correct pronunciation. Even if like MailChimp and Klaviyo was to ban you for whatever reason, you still have the actual list of emails, so you can just use a different provider. So I would say that the actual mailing list is by far the most important. Then let's take a look at Facebook organic. And I think that Facebook organic, Instagram organic, Snapchat, Twitter, and also YouTube. These, I feel, all deserve to be in the B category. And the reason I say that is because it takes a little bit of time to actually build it up and start gaining followers. You obviously, for example, for YouTube, the barrier to entry for YouTube is a little bit high, right? So you need like good camera, you need a good microphone, you might need lighting. That again is if you're trying to do like a setup that I have, right? For example, there are a lot of faceless YouTube channels, so you can go down that strategy. But all of these platforms, Facebook, are actually even TikTok here, right? All of these, it does take a little bit of time to essentially start gaining followers. Same goes with LinkedIn as well. However, the caveat is it's a snowball effect, right? So once somebody starts getting 100 likes on LinkedIn, you're very easily and quickly going to be able to scale that to 200-300 likes on LinkedIn. Same goes with TikTok, right? The main thing about all of these is you need to be consistent. You can't just expect to get 300 clients or customers from Twitter or LinkedIn, right? So just try and be consistent. It's kind of like going to the gym. You're not going to get six-pack abs, biceps, triceps. You need to go every day, or you need to go a consistent amount of days when you're trying to get in tip-top shape. So just bear that in mind. Another one that I would also put in this category is Pinterest. Pinterest as well, you need to be consistent with it. It doesn't just happen overnight. So now, what I will also do, I think that I will also put, so this one here is influencer marketing. Again, the barrier to entry is very high. You obviously need to pay quite a lot for like a good influencer. And again, it only works on certain products. I can't see it doing well for everything. Like if you don't have like a great product, like if say for example you're selling copper pipes, right? Unless you're getting Conor McGregor to promote your copper pipes, it's going to be a hard sell for an influencer, right? I reckon Conor McGregor might be able to sell a couple copper pipes, but not every influencer can, right? So just bear that in mind when you are doing influencer marketing. Now, that being said, it is a good way of getting branded search through to your website. So just bear that in mind. Even though it is in the C category, you can definitely get branded search through to your website. Like, for example, Martin Lewis, he's quite a big name in the UK. If you were to somehow get a shout out from him and you are in the finance industry, it can definitely work very well for you. But again, very niche dependent, and also some influencers charge an arm and a leg. So just bear that in mind. Now we will go to Facebook ads. So this is like Facebook paid ads. If you're like got like an ads library or an ads manager account, or if you're like boosting a post, if you can obviously log into your ads manager account, you have a lot more control. Same goes with Instagram as well. So these are in the A class. I would also put Snapchat ads, TikTok ads, and Reddit. Or actually, we'll speak about Reddit in another breath. So we've got Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Snapchat ads, Twitter ads, and TikTok ads, all in A+, right? And the reason why I've put all of these in A+ is because first of all, it's quite cheap to get a lot of clicks, especially in certain countries. So just bear that in mind. You can be very selective. So if you're running ads correctly, this is a caveat, right? If you're running ads correctly on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, you can target certain people, like, for example, business owners or people that are interested in dogs. So you can always go down that route with these platforms. And you can very easily and quickly start building a following. Now, the cons of these is, if, say, for example, you're doing videos on TikTok, you're going to want like a nice camera. You're going to want nice lighting, engaging captions, etc. On Twitter, like, for example, I do like a lot of infographics, and that gets me like quite a lot of likes and retweets and stuff. So again, it takes time to build infographics, especially on Canva and stuff. Snapchat's very similar to TikTok. I'm actually going to move these around. Snapchat and TikTok, very, very video orientated platforms. Same goes with Instagram. However, with Instagram, you can also get images to work. So if you're a photographer, try Instagram. Facebook ads, I absolutely love Facebook. Do you know what, actually? No, I'm going to keep Facebook in A. I'm not going to put it in A+. Facebook's good, really good. If you know what you're doing, you can very easily scale and get a lot of clients and customers from it. So I think that I'm happy with the A category. YouTube influencer. I am going to put this in B. I mean, I'm going to put it in the middle of B, right? Actually, do you know what? I'm going to put it before. So YouTube organic, then you've got YouTube influencer. YouTube influencer, if you can select a really niche influencer, it can work very well. Like, for example, if a SEO tool was to come and sponsor me, they would very quickly get a lot of eyeballs on their product. So, for example, I'm very transparent with the views and stuff like that. I get about 30 to 50,000 views a month on my YouTube channel because I upload every day, right? Now, for example, if Ahrefs was to go and try and run ads and get 50,000 eyeballs on their product, they're going to need to essentially spend 5-6K, right? Whereas if they were to sponsor a niche YouTube channel, they can get a lot of eyeballs on their product. So that is one thing to bear in mind. If you can work out a very niche dependent YouTube channel, it can definitely work. But again, they can charge you an arm and a leg. So just bear that in mind. I would say that it is better than influencer, just Instagram influencers, because Instagram influencers typically know what they're worth. YouTube influencers, they don't as much just yet, so bear that in mind. Reddit, any of the SEOs that's watching this, they're gonna laugh. As of recording this right now, Reddit has had a massive surge in traffic, so I would need to put this in A right now. I might revisit this video in a year's time and it might be down in D, right? But right now it's doing very well. If, say, for example, you are a affiliate, a lot of affiliates, essentially, they're getting people to click their links, and they are essentially getting paid from it. So that's why it's there at the minute. I don't think that it will last, and I don't think it will be there in a few months' time. Google paid ads. I'm going to put this here after SEO. And the reason for that is because I feel that with PPC, if you don't know what you're doing, you can very quickly burn a lot of money very, very quickly. But again, it's not hard to go and watch a couple courses on YouTube or Udemy, for example, and very quickly scale out Google Ads. And the brilliant thing about Google Ads is, unless, like, say, for example, you are in a adult industry like porn, you can very easily do a lot of different industries with PPC. So if you're selling mattresses, or if you are a plumber, it works for everything. You just need to be good with your numbers, figuring out what your cost per click is, what your conversion rates are, making certain that your quality scores are high, etc., etc. Just bear that in mind. I would recommend watching a couple hours of a course on that before getting into actually doing it yourself. And then we have got SMS remarketing. I am going to put this up here. And again, very similar to what I was saying before. You can get all of your social platforms, such as your Instagram, your TikTok, your Twitter, your Facebook, your SEO campaign, and also your YouTube campaign feeding into your mailing list. But, or actually we'll do a plus. You can also, when they are filling out your mailing list, you can also get their telephone number, and you can retarget them or remarket to them via their telephone number. So that has been the tier list. Just to recap, we've got Gmail, we have got SMS, we have got SEO and Google PPC at the very, very top. Now, again, some of these industries or some of these will be in the A+, right? So, for example, if you were going to be doing like a gaming website, this would probably be like up here. If you are looking to build out a community, this would probably be up here. So again, it's very, very niche dependent, but I've just trying to be as general as I possibly can. So just bear that in mind when you are looking at this or when you are watching this video. If you guys do have any questions or if you disagree with any of these, feel free to drop it down in the comments section. And if you guys want a free 15-minute growth strategy call for your website, make sure to check out casualdash.com. Thanks.